Welcome to Deep Thought. People will put someone down to make themselves feel better. To make themselves feel better. You know what? I was thinking about that, and this is kind of in connection with what I was talking about on Tuesday, about somebody calling someone else broke or trying to think they're making more money than them. But ultimately, that's part of something even bigger than the money. How many people will see someone else and try to say, oh, they're funny looking, they this or that? Or how many people will look at a celebrity or someone on social media and try to say, well, I'm better than that and everything, you know? But why are they doing it? Okay, they don't find them attractive. Why do they feel the need to? Because those are that's like the main troll thing. They'll try to say something bad about the person, but why? The person might just block them or delete them, even laugh about it. Does that affect what the other person is doing? If you're trying to put someone else down, does that really affect them? Because a lot of times people do it anonymously. Okay, you talking with your friends like, I don't like that person, I don't like that person. Okay, does the person know? Is that stopping how much money they make? I said this years ago. I was talking about celebrities with someone. I was like, you got all these celebrity magazines and people sitting around talking about celebrities, they this and that. And I'm like, they still making their money though. Well, what's the point? Why instead of sitting around and talking about this other person, how much money you making? What are you doing? The time and energy you spent focus on this other person, you could be writing a book. You could be working on your business. This person don't know who you are. And in fact, I'm going to tell you what. Let me use this celebrity example. A lot of stuff they do, they know they're going to make money. So it's like, hey, trust me, some of the stuff they might be caught on, a lot of it's staged. Because they know. Because trust me, when you get celebrities don't want to be bothered, you notice you don't hear anything about them. They manage to duck paparazzi and everything. But a lot of times when they out, and you notice when they out or something, they fixed up and everything, right? But they getting something from it. But then how's that helping the other person? In fact, I've talked about this I addressed this when I talked about secondhand lives. I've talked about that, and it's basically you living through the other person. That person don't know who you are. But getting back to the main subject of this, think about it. People do that. They don't feel good about themselves, so they'll try to think they better than the next person, maybe even a group of people, or try to say, well, they got all these problems and everything. Okay. Now, if a person is doing all that, how are they living? What can they point to? Can they point to their own lives? Can they say, look, this is what I'm doing? Can they say that? Or are they too busy focused on the other ones? And in fact, another thing is sometimes people will just speculate as to someone without even knowing anything about them. They'll speculate, well, that person must be this person might be that. For what? How many times, personally, how many times have someone said something about you and it's nowhere near accurate? Like it gets back to you, they were talking some trash. Why were they talking trash? Do you even know who the person was? Now, I can understand if you actually know the person, but a lot of times you don't know the person. I'll give you an example. I remember I was in this social circle and everybody was hating on this one player. Everybody was hating because there was a new young lady in the social circle, and everybody was telling the young lady, all the guys mainly were telling the young lady, stay away from this guy, stay away from the guy, right? And I went back because I was cool with the guy. I said, man, all these people talking trash about you, telling this young lady stay away from me. And he was like, who's the young lady? I don't even know who she is. And you know what's funny about that? They were talking all that trash about him, and she ended up coming to seek him out. She came to seek him out. Lost her virginity to the guy. It was just like, man. Oh, man. You know, it's like just a hating thing, right? But how's it really working? Is it putting more money in your pocket? It might make you feel temporary. It might make someone feel good temporarily. But does that change the overall picture? Why are you even in that position to worry about it? Seriously, you gotta say this, right? You gotta ask yourself this. You know, why they feel the need to break that other person down. And I'm gonna tell you why. Really, a lot of cases they not that person. So in their mind, on a deep level, let's go deep. On a deep level, they don't feel good about themselves. And they feel like this other person that they come after is superior to them. Or the person has everything that they want or wish they were. And you know, it could be myriad things. It could be they feel like the other person look better. They feel like the other person is taller. Even with the money piece, they might feel like the other person's making more money. They're more popular. So they feeling bad. But so in order to not feel bad, they try to look for ways to put that person down. Say that they're not all that. But at the end of the day, does that make you feel any better? Seriously, think about it. Well, does that change anything? Because it's within. Like, what are the things anybody has to do? They have to work to feel good within. You don't have to worry about the outside, no matter what anybody else is doing, you know? Because I'm gonna tell you what, if you worried about, like, say you worried about someone else being taller, okay. They might wish they wish they were your height. Seriously, people might that might be hard to believe, especially with you talk about height in these male spaces, right? But you know, the guy might feel like, you know what, it's hard to find clothes, it's too lanky, can't keep weight on, stuff like that. You never know. Because you might have something that they want to be like. On that level, y'all would say, look, let me focus on what I have, and not to beat the other person out, but to appreciate what I have going on. See, everybody has something. Everybody has some gift. Everybody has some talent. Everybody is unique. Focus on your uniqueness instead of trying to break someone else down, instead of being jealous of someone else. You know, because that's all that is. And you try to make yourself feel better. No, the best way to feel better is focus on your own stuff. Don't worry about the other person. They are who they are. And any skills they develop, any talents, that's them. Develop your own talents. That's the way to fight that. Because at the end of the day, if you're trying to break someone else down, you can do that, but the other person's still doing their thing. The other person's still going about their lives, and your life hasn't changed. Because I've yet to see it change someone's life to do that. We going back decades. People who try to go in on other people and do all of that, say they bad in this. I'm serious, I've yet to see that actually help another person. I want y'all to think about that, all right? So anyway, that's all I have for today. Y'all have a good weekend. I'll get back with y'all on Sunday.